Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And here we go at Mile High. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Putting a receiver in motion. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page. I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing 3rd and long. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock. But, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And they just did.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. That's 7 yards on the run, still 6 to go on 3rd.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 now. His first throw is an interception. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's the pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 16.
Play action with Nix. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
19 Lions.
Nix off the play action. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Here we go. Set. Go.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Complete out to the right side. And he's taken down at the 30. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. He's got it near the 10. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Time for our 2nd quarter. Let's see if the Broncos can capitalize in the red zone. They'll try and punch it in. Is in. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Check, contact.
Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Drake Greenlaw getting there for the stop.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
It's Johnson on 2nd down. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd and short here, trying to pass. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Pat Surtain has it. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Rookie quarterback Brock threw it away their last drive. Seemed like he might have been trying to do too much to make up for that mistake, and instead things snowball.
Yeah, these are the valuable lessons you have to learn from. You cannot be a mistake repeater. But being a rookie quarterback at Ask Peyton, he threw 28 of them his rookie year. Sometimes you just learn on the job, but you cannot repeat those kind of mistakes.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Broncos take a 3-possession lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18.
Back to the air following the pick-6. They left him wide open. It's complete. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. It is caught left side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
This is an excellent job, Kate, right here by the defense to deny that big play and make them earn it offensively. If they want to reach the end zone, they're going to have to scrap and fight right through them.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. That's Metcalf running the slant. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. They've got a man in motion. They'll run with Johnson. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Well, Brock, I think you and I both saw that one coming together from up here, and it became clear pretty quickly that if they got things going, that one could go the distance.
Yeah, the 6 points earned on any screen pass touchdown. I'd give half a point to the sell job of a quarterback, half a point to the effort of the running back, but 5 of those points to the big guys in front of them. They're the most important ones out there on that play, and in the best of times, they clear lane for a touchdown just like that one.
From his own end zone, here we go. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready?
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Working quickly here. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Broncos pushing for points. They're set up at the 35 now.
Hurt, hurt. Set. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Get up.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This game has evolved so much over the years, but there's just certain times, there's certain moments, some flashes of greatness like that, that you see Dick Butkus, that you see Jack Lambert, that you see Mike Singletary. These middle linebackers stuffing a run. This guy in particular, like the greats used to do.
Flushed out of the pocket. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Now Nick's on 3rd down. Fits it through the middle. All the way, touchdown Denver! The Broncos grow their lead just before halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sails over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He finds Johnson. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Let's go. 70 ready. Go.
From the 36. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field. Incomplete. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He sends this one to the end zone. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And that hit is going to freeze him at the spot. He got stuck right at the 20. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Back to the well again. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Hit applied by Keanu Benton. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap to Nix. Dump off caught by his back. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. He'll throw it. And it falls incomplete. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football is going to be spotted at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Man in motion here. Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
3. Go.
They go counter. It's Johnson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Throwing now from the gun. Into the hands of Pat Freiermuth. Give him 30 yards on that one. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
Now an inside give to Johnson. And he gets him around 6 there. P.J. Locke getting there for the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Metcalf there to bring it in. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. From a couple yards deep, this is going to come out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
And the Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Viking 18. Warrior 70. Ready.
Nix from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
1st down, ball at the 36.
19 tight. 19 tight. Get it. Get it.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Hits his running back. And that is a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
They'll throw again. Nix. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
18, Pioneer. Trap 60, trap 60. Panther 11, Panther 11. 19, Lion. Hook.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now they're staring at fourth and long.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth.
Let's go. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Back to throw it. And on fourth down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Check, Buffalo. Here we go.
Here's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
This finds Austin complete. And he'll get it up to the 44. Third and a lone yard coming up. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
Biggest difference in the college NFL game, we know this, Kate, it's matchups. Right, that college game, so much more space with the wide hash marks. Not so much in the NFL. You've got to cultivate one-on-ones, cultivate matchups. Using the receiver as a runner, that was a matchup successful for this offense.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
To go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. We send a man in motion. From the 44 here on 2nd down. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Steelers football. A nice help for them as they trail entering the quarter. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking for a throw here. This is reeled in by Wilson. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Let's go now. Hurt. Check go.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Well, that's one of those plays when you call it, you expect to get decent yards every time. Seeing it stop at the line, man, that's deflating offensively.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Hits him on the out route. Running in the red zone. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers take a 4th quarter lead. Pat Freiermuth, the touchdown. Now a try to go up by 4. Put it out of the range of a field goal. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers take a 4-point lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Bring it. Set.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Here we go. Set.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Go.
Back-to-back carries here. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with. Putting a receiver in motion. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that brings up 4th and long. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going, but that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Shut up. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Hut, hut.
Looking to throw. And this one's going to be close. Did he get both feet inside the chalk? No, he did not. Great effort, but an incomplete pass.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. They've got a man in motion. They'll run now on 2nd down. He's inside the 10. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
This is Johnson heading right. Is across the line for the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers now lead by 10. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Chooses to bring this one out. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos at a 2-score deficit.
Ready,
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Set. Set, go.
Nick's now to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock still running. From the 24. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they're going to face 3rd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Gets him the first past the 35. And he's going to get this to the 39-yard line. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running. Nick's with it on 1st. Fits it through the middle. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Throw left side, complete. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Ready. 70 Rangers.
Play action with Nix. Cut out left. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They're now set for 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Hut, hut.
Shotgun snap to Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
79 Broncos. Ready? Ready?
Still sticking with the passing game. That's incomplete left side.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Set. Get up.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Check go.
Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Go.
Blitz coming, Nix. And that's a touchdown. Great catch there, and with almost no time left. Well, Brock, they're going to need a miracle, but it is still possible. So here come the Broncos. Big spot now as they try for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. So with hardly any game left, they have time for this kick and maybe a couple plays. And this kick is covered by the Steelers, who are going to go on to win this ball game. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Go.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. The Broncos get to him here. He's brought down. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long.
Here we go. Ready?
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And it's incomplete, but hey, who cares? They've got the lead, and we are out of time in this one. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And they can be proud of their exploits on the road and overall so far this season as they improve to 2-0. So for my partner, Brock Huard, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Steelers are winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.